Good morning and welcome to Eye on the Community. I am your host, Yaves Ellis. Excited about this segment, talking to a good friend of mine who has been on my show a number of times, who's been doing some great work in this community, and that is none other than my guy, Dell Robinson with Halt Violence. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good, sir. How you doing this morning?
All is well, man. All is well, man. I mean, times are crazy right now. We're dealing with COVID. We're dealing with protests. And then on top of that, we're already dealing with all the things we were already dealing with. So we're just like, compiling things on top of each other, man. So how you been mentally, man? How you been staying focused mentally?
Just keeping that relationship with God, man, because He's able to allow us to see through this cloudiness and this chaos. Man.
Yeah, that's
I'm good.
good, man. I mean, that speaks volumes, and I think you need it in the kind of work that you're in because you're in an organization called Halt Violence, and so for those who don't know, what is the mission of Halt Violence?
To help teens and young adults for not becoming a part of the criminal system. And
So
just
in terms
provide,
of, go ahead.
and just providing safe neighborhoods for individuals. That's the vision and the mission together. You know what I mean?
So, with everything that's been happening with this public health emergency, you guys have kind of shifted a little bit. You've always been engaged in the neighborhoods, but now you're kind of focused on some health things. And so, how can people aid halt violence in stopping the spread of COVID-19? And, how can they help if they want to help out with that?
Well, they could donate to hopeviolence.com. They can go onto our website, Facebook, those platforms. But just, wearing a mask, with the weather being nice, with the protesting going on, which I'm for it because, I'm seeing the white people on the front line, so I'm loving the unity, but we still dealing with the COVID-19. So during the protesting, nobody's practicing social distancing, and I know nobody ain't trying to hear that right now when they doing that, but the virus is still real and relevant. You know what I mean? So as we deal with the COVID-19 and we're dealing with the police brutality and the black on black killing in the community, we just getting hit all around the board.
So, with that being said, what are some of the myths about COVID-19 that you want to speak on? Because I think it's a lot of information out there. A lot of people are saying this and saying that, but what are the myths that you want to speak to?
It's a myth that black people can't catch COVID-19. That's a lie. I don't know who's spreading that, but we can catch it. So we need to stop being naive and, practice social distancing, wear the mask, drink plenty of water, use the alkaline foods, the fruit and the vegetables, and use that Cmos to build your immune system. So we can't live in fear, because life goes on. But if we being preventative as far as the steps that I just shared, then, we just gotta let God do the rest, but we cannot live in fear and live in shelter and let life, pass by us and destroy us.
So, when you talk about CMOS in terms of that, kind of explain to people why that's important, why it's important to add to your diet, and the CMOS fight off COVID-19.
I wouldn't say it fights off COVID-19, but it's a help towards your immune system because I don't want to speak as far as the expert or, anything on that level because, person will chop you up. But it helps build your immune system. The CMOS has like 90 something minerals in there, and it helps your digestive system. It gives you more energy. And I'm speaking for myself. I'm not going to speak on nothing that I can't stamp or verify, but the CMOS is good, and I recommend it. And they got it at Bexley Market.
Okay. So, in terms of what you're seeing within the community, what is disturbing to see in the community when it comes to COVID-19? You spoke on people not wearing masks, but what other things are you see that's disturbing you?
Okay, so first of all, I forgot to say this. I would like to thank United Way for helping us aid in the COVID-19.
Yeah.
So we have received information that the Black community is not taking it seriously. And so, when I hear that, then, we're going to get on the front lines. But then I was in a meeting in a bank, and I overheard a conversation that, it's like 200 white people downtown. So I had to go see for myself later on that evening, Saturday evening. And when I went downtown at the patio bars, I see white people with no mask, no social distancing, no social distancing walking downtown. So it's not just a black thing, it's a white thing too. The weather is nice. These OSU students have been cooped up just like us for 2 months. So with the weather being nice, the stimulus check, they're young, and it just happened. So when you got the both of the communities, black and white, like that, we in trouble. You know what I mean? Because everybody's taking it differently. Everybody's at different mental levels. You know what I mean? And we can't be judging nobody, but we just got a serious crisis on our hands. So it's not just the black community, it's the white community as well. So, people putting a color on it, but it's the community in whole in Columbus that's going to be in trouble because both parties are not being compliant.
So let me ask you this, as we kind of wrap things up, what can we do next in the COVID-19 crisis? What can we do individually? What is your cautionary tale to all of us?
We all in this together, and we have to practice social distancing. We have to constantly build our immune system. We have to be patient with each other, and we have to survive. So with plenty of water, social distancing, a mask, hygiene, hand sanitizer, washing the hands, alkaline foods, fruits and vegetables, we just have to get through this. We have to be patient. We can't be having attitudes with each other as we try to deal with this the best way we can.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people are doing virtual, we're still doing in person. But when you come in here in person, you're going to take 2 squirts of hand sanitizer and you're going to put on that mask and you're going to do social distancing. If you can't comply, then you're gone. You know what I mean? But so we still trying to serve the community, but we're going to be safe in serving you and protect ourselves. So that's the best thing we can do is be compliant as stakeholders as well as thinking about the customers and the clients that we serve.
Now, for those who may be, watching this, who may be listening in, how can they reach out to you? How can they contact you? How can they get more information?
They can contact us at www.haltviolence.com, or they can tap into 614-302-1640 or 614-869-0058.
Thanks so much. Appreciate you, man, for the work you've been doing. That is my brother, Dell Robinson with Halt Violence. Halt Violence is saving lives, and now they're on the front lines dealing with this COVID-19 epidemic as well. Our prayers are out to you, man. Appreciate your work.
I appreciate you too. And our new office is at 923 East Broad Street at the side entrance.
923 East Broad Street, side entrance, new space for Halt Violence. Thanks so much, Dale. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, brother. Stay safe.
You too.
All right.